Every 5 minutes in the UK, someone is raped. 1 in 4 women and 1 in 6 men have experienced sexual violence. 15% of girls and 5% of boys have experienced sexual violence by the time they are 16. The Survivors Trust is the largest umbrella agency for specialist rape and sexual abuse services in the UK. The service works with victims of survivors of all ages, all genders, and all forms of sexual violence, sexual abuse, and sexual exploitation, including support for partners and family members too.
All right, it is the first day of our April 100 burpees a day challenge to raise some money and awareness for the Survivors Trust. So I love burpees. I always say this to my clients. I always put them in classes, even when I'm joining in. But let's see if I love them now. My fitness is not what it used to be, which is another reason why I wanted to do this challenge. So yeah, I'm going to time myself to see if there's any difference throughout the month. Obviously, some days I will be more tired than others, but I will hopefully build that fitness and muscle endurance back up. And yeah, I'm doing a burpee where I go down to the floor, but I don't jump. So we'll see how that goes. It doesn't have to be full on 100, one after the other. I'm going to aim to do at least 20 at a time, but if I can do more, I'm going to do more. Without further ado, I'm going to grab a quick drink, which probably is going to be a bad idea because I don't want it to be wish-washy. Let's see how quick or slow it takes me to get through 100 burpees on day 1. $30. Whew. Wow, honestly, that was harder than I thought. Yeah, I'm sweating. Happy with that. I thought it was going to be about 20 minutes, but it has been a while since I did it, so proud of myself. Mental resilience was one on that, and it kicked. I had to use it way before I thought I would. I think maybe even the first round, maybe when I got to 20, I thought I did say I could do 5 lots of 20, and part of me wanted to stop, and I was like, no, you're only stopping because you've allowed yourself to do that. So then I got to 30 and I was like, can I push for more? And I thought maybe I could, but I just thought, let's just build it up gradually. Don't do anything silly. So tomorrow we will see, really. But thank you for tuning in with the first one with me. GoFundMe page will be down below, and sharing is caring. So feel free to share this video, or hopefully you might have shared some of my posts. Obviously this is going up at the end of the month, or maybe the beginning of next month. But my GoFundMe page will still be up for at least a week, if not longer. All the information will be down below, basically. Enjoyed the rest. Endorphins are now pumping. Feel good, ready and raring to go for the rest of the day now. Got lots of studying to do. Okay, so ignore how I look. There's no point washing my hair until Sunday. But I just wanted to talk through some of the recovery process as well. So I did mention anyway in my previous video, which I'm going to take more baths, but I'm also going to show you what I'm going to use in my baths all in one video, and then I won't really show you much of that again. But I have got my trusty Epsom salts, full packet here, and I've also got my Dr. Teal's foaming bath. This is just like I'm halfway through. You just put it in your bath, and it does make it nice and bubbly as well. But mine's lavender, so it's going to help with sleep, which it always does. And then I've still got some of these, which I do think I've shown before, mini Epsom salts that my client bought me once for Christmas. And you've got different ones. This one's white chocolate, and it's just enough for one bath. We've got Sex on the Beach. We love some Sex on the Beach cocktail.
And then this one, I think magnesium sulfate, that will be good for muscle recovery as well. I do take magnesium tablets as well, so that will also help. Cinnamon and mandarin. So yeah, we've got them. And then the other one that I've got is this, which is dead sea salts. I'm also going to roll out my muscles and stretch out and just get plenty of rest, plenty of protein, eat enough of carbs and healthy fats, and drink plenty of water. So we've got 29 days left. Let's do this together. Okay, so this is just going to be a roundup of the whole YouTube video, the whole April challenge in general. Kobe also wants to join in with the roundup. Excuse the way I look, I have just come out of the shower. We're rolling into a new month and I'm just doing as much self-care as I can, whilst also trying to get this essay done for tomorrow, because handing dates are not going to do themselves. Stress doesn't say the word, but yes, I am going to do a little bit of essay, have a bath, a soak in the bath. That's one thing I will say about this whole challenge. I did say at the beginning I'm going to have more baths a week. Throughout the whole challenge I probably had 2 or 3 baths because I struggle with time. Anyone close to me will know this, but I struggle with time, and then I will put a priority first. My priority, there's no negotiation, no ways around getting this essay in any later than the hand-in date. I can't get extensions or anything like that. I've applied for to find out if I'm dyslexic or dyspraxia and if I can get any sort of extensions or help within that, because I am struggling a little bit, I'm not going to lie. But I can't have my test with the psychologist until like the second week we're back at uni. That's too late for my deadline for my second essay. It's 2 weeks after the hand-in date anyway. So I'm just going to have to struggle through it and grit my teeth like I always have, and I'm sure I'll manage. I found out that I passed my last sort of lot of assessments as well, which I was really stressed about. Pretty much just scraped it in my eyes. Wasn't the happiest. However, I did say at this point I'm just happy with a pass. So I'll take it. I am in that sort of comparison mode and perfectionism mode and whatnot, but I don't actually think I could have done any better than I did in terms of the work that I put in. I made a lot of sacrifices for that, and I'm actually glad I did now, because I actually feel like I wouldn't have passed if I didn't. So yeah, I'm just going to try and pass tomorrow's essay and video summary, I've got another week until I go back to university, but it's never felt like I've had even a few days off really. It's still all go, but it'll be worth it. So yeah, that's one thing I would say. I haven't allowed myself to have nice long soaks in the bath because I have other things that are priorities, even though I should be prioritising myself. Like, I have felt achy. There was one where my sister joined in with me and I wanted to do that more, but I haven't also had the time to go over to hers. Anytime I've been with my sister or mum or anyone like that, I've not really been in fitness way to be able to do it. But it did work well that one time that I was with my sister and she did 20, I did like 30, and it just took some reps off of me. But one other thing that I'll say is I did get excited at first and I did start to do like timing myself to see if I could get quicker, but I stopped doing that. I don't know whether you noticed, who's been following me along with the uploads on the Instagram page, especially at the beginning, but I stopped doing that. One, because I was putting a lot of pressure on myself to beat my time, and I kind of watched some of the videos back and my form wasn't wrong, but my form could have been better. So I kind of thought, form comes first. I want to get better form rather than focus on the speed. The form wasn't that bad that I'd have got an injury, I'm not saying that, but I would have liked my form to be better. Again, perfectionism coming in, but that is a personal trainer and online coach in me, and I don't think I'd be a very good one if I was there saying I'm perfect when I correct my clients and tell them to make sure their hips are in alignment with the shoulders, for example, or to make sure they're holding their core and controlling down, for example. So yeah, I stopped timing myself within the first few days, I think it was, just because of the pressure, just because of the form, and it was just taking the enjoyment out of it for me. I'm not going to lie, I do enjoy doing burpees still, but 100 I did find quite boring. Sometimes I put music on, sometimes I put YouTube videos on, but I still found them boring. It was just so repetitive. So I don't think I'll ever do a 100 burpee challenge again. I'd put burpees in a challenge, like an AMRAP or some sort of circuit challenge, and still do that daily, but only like 10 or 15 burpees into, I don't know, 20 squat jumps into however many laps of a pool, for example, or something, if I ever did do a challenge again. But saying that, I also wanted to say I really do appreciate anybody that has sponsored me, sent money to the GoFundMe page. It will still be down below. There's plenty of time still to donate. My goal was £100 and I am currently on £25, and I'd be lying if I said that I wasn't gutted, because so many people were saying, why have you only set the bar as 100? You'll get more than that. But I already knew deep down I don't really have the support's the wrong word, because I don't expect everyone to pay. Like, sometimes I can't pay for other people's funding or pay for other people's to sponsor someone else, because I'm not earning a lot of money myself. So I'm not saying that, but I don't know, it made me question, if I did another charity that wasn't to do with like sexual assault and rape and everything like that, would I have got more? Because it is an uncomfortable topic, but that's why I'm trying to not make it an as taboo subject. What happened to me, I was quiet about for a long time. There was only my mum, my cousin, my best friend at the time that knew. And it's always been uncomfortable to talk about in new relationships, because I've been worried about what they think of me and if I'd get hurt by anyone and whatnot. But it shouldn't be like that. I feel like we do need more support when it comes to this sort of the survivors' messages and support and everything like that. And I'm not neglecting any other charities that aren't to do with this, because I have supported other charities in the past that aren't to do with this, but it just made me question, and I could be completely wrong. It could be that my advertisements haven't got to many people. It could be that people just don't like me. It could be just people haven't got the money. Like I say, I've been in situations where I haven't been able to sponsor someone because I haven't got the money to put aside for that because of bills coming out and everything. I'm happy that I've done it, don't get me wrong, and I'm not saying I will never do some support for charity in the future, but because it was such a tiring challenge, 100 burpees every day, sometimes I'd have such a busy day, I'd get like home at 10 o'clock, 10:30, even once maybe it was 11 o'clock, and I was like, I've got an hour to get these burpees done and upload. That was at the beginning. At the beginning, I was so strict with uploading to my SA Inclusive Fitness Instagram to prove that I'm doing these 100 burpees. But then after a bit, I realised that I probably wasn't going to get any more sponsorships. And I'm not going to lie, and it's really bad of me to say this, but I did feel like, well, what's the point? And I did end up doing the burpees. There was times where I was tempted not to, but I was like, why should I waste my time when I could be doing my uni work, trying to edit this video down to prove that I'm doing 100 burpees, put music behind it to make it more appealing, to then upload it to Instagram, which sometimes my my signal wasn't the greatest, and it took ages for me to upload. So I kind of just stopped doing that, but then I'd feel guilty because I'd think, well, what if people think I'm not doing it and they was going to sponsor me? So my mind was all over the place. But I think if I ever do anything that's not just me donating my personal money to charity, it's going to be £5. Every £5 that a client pays me, let's say they pay me £30 an hour, I'll take £5 out of that £30, and at the end of the year just donate it to wherever I want to donate it to, rather than putting pressure on myself to get things done so people do sponsor me, but then when no one does sponsor me, feeling a bit deflated. So yeah, but I do also know that because my mum did try to sponsor me, and I think it only lets PayPal, but yeah, I just felt a bit deflated, and I'm just being honest. And again, please don't take that as me just undermining any other charity that's not to do with this. It's only because it's a thought that crossed my mind. I'm wondering if anyone else that may have researched into this sort of topic or gone through anything like it themselves or tried to set up funds for it themselves. I wonder if they also think the same. There was this was kind of a test. So the test was, if I could get up to £100 or even over £100, maybe I would do what I've wanted to do for years, and that is to kind of do like a 24-hour like fitness-a-thon or something, where like I might teach a dance class and someone else might teach a dance class, and then I might teach a Pilates class, someone might teach, I don't know, combat, and I might show like DMP work as well within that, and I'll get other instructors in to sell themselves in a way, but also it'll all be free. I would have hired out a studio for 24 hours, which this is what I mean. I can't be out of pocket myself because I'm not even earning a lot myself. And then if the thing is, like, if you came to a class, you just donate whatever you want. It could be £1, and then that would all go to charity. But now I just feel like I will be out of pocket, so I may as well just be sensible and take £5 out of every client's booking with me when I'm at the right point in my career that I can do that, and then just donate every year to a different charity. But that's my thoughts, and I'm still happy that I did it. I raised £25 for the Survivors Trust UK. Hopefully, even though it's not a lot, hopefully they can be happy with that, and hopefully I've just spread awareness in general, and hopefully I've got their page a few more followers. So everything will be linked down below, the GoFundMe page, but also the Survivors Trust website as well, if you are in need of help, or you know somebody else that is, or you just want to know how to support somebody else, or just be a bit educated on the whole subject that is, in my eyes, taboo still. And I get why it's taboo. I get that it's uncomfortable. I still find it uncomfortable sometimes, depending who I'm talking to. But together we need to kind of push past that and make a shift, make a change in how people see it. And again, I might be wrong about the whole why I'm not getting sponsored to be able to send it all over to the Survivors Trust UK, but it's just my personal thoughts. And yeah, but I am happy that I did it, and I hope this video gave you some sort of insight into anything, even if it's just the burpee form, and seeing if I did actually improve in your eyes my burpee form. I did definitely get slower, but I sped up the videos, especially because I didn't want this video to be like an hour long for you. So hopefully it's not too long. And yeah, I just want to say thank you for any kind of support, whether you liked my burpees videos, whether you shared them, whether you sponsored them by donating any money, whether you just sent me words of encouragement. Yeah, my mum's been amazing, my boyfriend's been amazing. If I hadn't put a burpee video up at some point, he'd be like, where's your burpee video? And when I did open up to him and say, I just feel like, what's the point, because no one actually cares, he was just really good with his advice and kind of boosted me to carry on doing it, even if I didn't post it on the SA Inclusive Fitness page. But that is what this whole roundup of a video is for. So fingers crossed it was worth your time watching, and hopefully you learned something in some way, or at least feel comfortable if you've been silent for a bit and you now feel like it's the right time to open up to a stranger, to a professional, to your mom, to your best friend, to your partner, whatever it is. There is support there for you in so many different ways. Good luck, you've got this. And again, thank you for any kind of support. It really is appreciated, and I hope that I don't sound ungrateful. I'm just speaking from the heart, the mind and the gut. I honestly am that tired from the whole month of doing the 100 burpees. I don't know what I'm saying. I'll see you next week for a brand new video. I don't actually know what it's going to be. It might be, I don't actually know what it's going to be. But yeah, it'll be a good one either way. So if you're not already subscribed, please do subscribe, and I will see you next week.